an insurance agent and I specialize, or I'm very passionate when it comes to life insurance and medical insurance. There is no tool as powerful as a life insurance, pure life cover when it comes to protecting your income. Welcome to another episode of the Financial Diet Show with me, Mama Bima. And today's theme for our episode is on protection planning. You know, this week I was scrolling on Instagram and I came across a video on the Shade Room. Yes, guys, I do make my trips to the Shade Room. And this video was from, the girlfriend of the late American rapper, PNB Rock. Her name is Stephanie. And I do not even want to go deeper into what you're saying. Watch it for yourself. And let's have a discussion.
No, he did not have life insurance. No, he did not have a will. No, we didn't have nothing set up. We're so young. We don't plan on death. So I don't get no death benefits. I don't get nothing. I don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna ask nobody for nothing. I got that personality and I'm working on that. I'm trying to, empty myself of my ego and my pride, because I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I don't care. I could be on fire and I'm not even gonna ask you to spit on me. I don't need nothing right now. But nah, I'm trying to stop being like that. But God, he's been making a way. He's been making a way, y'all. He's been making a way. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for y'all.
This video had such a deja vu kind of feel to it because, guys, as you know, I'm an insurance agent and I specialize, or I'm very passionate when it comes to life insurance and medical insurance. And I do come across a lot of, young widows, a lot of young widowers who are looking now, who are trying to rebuild their lives after they've lost their partner. And it's always such a hard and difficult discussion, like a very sad situation. And I'm alive to the current statistics in our country where the penetration of life insurance, guys, get this, the penetration of life insurance in Kenya is at a miserable 1.2%. What is the issue, guys? Why aren't we taking life insurance? And the unfortunate thing, and anytime you meet a young person who's lost, their spouse, it's the fact that when we are that young, we never think of mortality. You're not thinking that I could die. You're not thinking of death, You probably hope that you will get to live a long life. But the reality is, and unlike maybe Enoch in the Bible and Prophet Elijah, who took a chariot to heaven, the rest of us, each and every one of us, will have their date with the Grim Reaper. Okay? And if death is such a certainty, if we know that one day I will go, then why don't we plan for it? Okay? It's just that simple. Why are we still so scared of talking about death and planning, doing a succession planning for our families? Because this is it. Life insurance should not be dependent on your age. Okay? Life insurance is not for old people. Life insurance is for you if you are a breadwinner, if you are a parent, if you are married, if you have somebody who depends on your income. It could even be aging parents, it could be siblings. You get, then you need life insurance. Okay? So let's look at exactly what does a life insurance policy do for you. Okay? Because life insurance is there to protect you in three major life events. Number one, in the event of death. in the event of critical illness, and in the event of disability. Okay, so the critical illness and the disability, this we call them living benefits, because, for example, if you have a 10 million critical illness cover and you're diagnosed with a disease, say such as cancer, kidney failure, if you go into a coma, if you get a stroke, this money, the 10 million shillings, is made out to you to use as you wish. You get, so some you can decide, I'll direct some towards my medical expenses, some, I need to continue paying my rent, I need to keep the kids in school, so some go into school fee, etc. Okay, but this critical illness payout is made out to you as a living benefit. The same case with disability. If you become permanently and totally disabled, for example, you lose your hearing, you lose your sight, or you get into an accident and you become incapacitated, a disability benefit is paid out to you as a living benefit before now you figure out your way around your new situation. Now, when it comes to the death benefit, guys, this is a benefit that now goes to your next of kin, your beneficiary. This could be your spouse, it could be your children, it could be your parents, it could be a sibling, it could be a nephew, a niece, you name it. Okay? But this is the payout now that's left to the people who are depending on your income. So remember, life insurance is not about, it's not for 40-year-olds. It's for you, 25-year-old, who has a baby and has an income. Okay, so as long as you have somebody who depends on you financially, someone who would be affected by your absence if you were to pass on, then of course, okay, or if you're alive, if you have a life, by the way, you need life insurance. So today, I want to take you through the concept of income protection through life insurance. And this is what I say. There is no tool as powerful as a life insurance, pure life cover, when it comes to protecting your income. So let's take an example of a Kenyan lady who's 30 years old and earns 200,000. Okay? So in a year, that is what? 2.4 million take home. So in 10 years, how much is that? 24 million shillings. So this 30-year-old Kenyan should target to take a life insurance policy with a sum assured of 24 million shillings. Okay? Because now this is what happens. Okay? First, let's look at how much that would cost this 30-year-old. Okay? So to get a 24 million cover, she would be paying for a period of 20 years, she would pay 10,757 shillings monthly. Please listen to that. 10,757, and she locks in a guaranteed sum assured of 24 million shillings. Okay? We also need to add living benefits, right? We mentioned the critical illness, we mentioned the disability. To add a 5 million shillings payout in the event of critical illness, it would cost her an additional 1,250 shillings per month. And to add an accidental rider, which is the disability benefit, of a similar amount, 5 million shillings, it would cost her 900 shillings. Okay, additional now into the policy. And I mean, in total, this is what? 12,989 shillings. Remember, this lady is earning what? 200,000 per month. Okay, but with 12,989, she's able to lock in 24 million shillings in the main sum assured, 5 million in critical illness, 5 million in the accident rider. Okay, is that affordable? We can round that off to about 13,000. With that kind of protection, okay, is 13,000 doable for somebody who earns 200,000? You get, why don't we prioritize these policies? And this is how this cover would do income protection for this lady. So God forbid this lady passes on. So what happens? the insurance company makes a payout of 24 million to her family. Okay, so let's say to her husband. So the husband, all he'll need to do is take the lump sum of 24 million, go and invest it, okay, in an instrument that will give him just a 10% return. Okay, what is 10% of 24 million? 2.4 million, right? Okay, so put that 24 million in an instrument, giving him 10% net. So every year he's guaranteed of earning 2.4 million from this payout, right? Now, I want you to break down, to distribute the 2.4 million that he's getting as interest every year over the 12 months of the year. What is 2.4 million divided by 12? It goes to 200,000. Is that the same amount that the lady was bringing into her household month on month as income? And guys, that is how life insurance does income protection. Okay, now I know in our country the staple life insurance products are what? The savings plans, the education plans. So this is not what I'm talking about in this discussion. I am referring to a pure life policy. Okay, and in this case, I've quoted from a whole life cover, the best whole life cover in our market. And this instrument is, number one, very affordable. Okay, because maybe not all of us can afford the 13,000 per month. You can decide the most I can do is 3K, the most I can do is 5, the most I can do is 50. Some could even do way more, 50, 100. So you just need to sit with your agent, okay, and see what works for you and how much income can you protect, because if you are a parent, if you are married, if you are a breadwinner, you need life insurance. And the thing that you need to do is use the right life insurance instrument, okay, to answer your needs. So when it comes to income protection, please don't use an endowment policy saying you're doing income protection. No, endowment policies have their place, for example, when it comes to education, savings. But now when it comes to income protection, you need a high value, that's it, a high value life insurance product, and that you mainly get with the pure life policy. My challenge to you this week is to ring up your insurance agent or reach me on the contacts below. Have a deep, an in-depth needs analysis, okay, so that you get to discuss, on matters of like how much premium can you commit to in the long run. Because remember, life insurance products also tend to be long-term, okay? But I will give you more Kenya, by the way. Push your agent. If you're not reaching out to me, push your agent to get you the best whole life cover in the market. We have a whole life policy that, number one, okay, this is unheard of, guys. This whole life policy allows you to choose the number of years that you contribute your premium, okay? But even after you finish paying your premiums, this policy still stays in force until whichever point you go, and it pays out to your loved ones, okay? This is the kind of whole life policy. If this 30-year-old lady was even to do one premium payment of the 12,989, and God forbid, once the policy is issued, a week later she passes away in a road accident, her beneficiaries would be paid the 24 million guaranteed sum assured. Okay, but this policy actually allows you, to choose the number of years that you can commit to paying your premiums. So this is mind-blowing. This is almost unheard of. It's very flexible. And at the same time, this whole life policy has an inbuilt inflation guard. Okay, so make sure as you sit down, as you have this conversation with your insurance agent, you're taking them to task. Ensure that they get you the right product, they get you the right product to do income protection. So that's my challenge for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Financial Diet with me, Mama Bima. Remember to subscribe if you haven't and to ring the bell button. We come to you every Sunday at 4 p.m. and feel free, to share this video with your friends, with your relatives, in your WhatsApp groups. We need to ensure that 1.2% life insurance penetration in our country moves toward. Let's even just aspire for now to about 15%. Let's work on reducing the many WhatsApp groups that are opened when a loved one passes on, because we will have done ample income protection. Thank you so much for your time, and until next time, be blessed.